doing their best to be efficient in an area, you know, for this country to produce enough food to feed everyone. Because it's not sustainable. If everybody switched to grass-fed only with no growth hormones at all, we'd run it. We can't do it.
Really?
It's just not sustainable.
We wouldn't be able to keep up.
Logistically, we wouldn't be able to do that.
All right, guys. Got Dale Brisby here. Rodeo's in town this week, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Rodeo time.
Yes, sir. How's it been this past week?
Oh, it's been good. It's been exciting, and rodeo's been going great. And, yeah, just good to see all my fans.
Yes, sir. You got a lot. You're probably getting hounded this week.
Yeah, you know, being the world's greatest bull rider and the most humble, you know, I can't keep them away.
What's the longest you've lasted on a bull?
Oh, shoot, minutes, hours maybe. Yeah, I just keep riding and riding. Yeah.
Man, I remember when I went last year, it was like a big deal if someone got like 5 seconds.
Yeah, so was that the first time you had been?
First time.
This is a good one to go to for your first time. It's kind of our Super Bowl of rodeo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is the big one, the
I didn't
NFR.
know that. What makes this one the big one?
So all year at all the smaller rodeos throughout the year, like everybody's competing to win enough money to make it to here, the NFR in Vegas.
Got it.
It's always in December. Starts the first Thursday in December of every year. And, yeah, this is where the best of the best come to compete. So you saw a good one for your first one.
Yeah, it was packed.
Yes.
Holy crap. I did not know it was that big of a sport because you don't really see it on TV.
Well, there's all kinds of little rodeos all over the world, you know, or country for sure, that, you know, there'll be small ones. And there's some bigger ones, Houston, Cheyenne, you know, that throughout the year, but San Antonio. But the NFR is everybody's, that's what all rodeo cowboys want to get to.
Yeah, that makes sense. Was it a big deal for you growing up as a kid going to these events?
Yes. Yeah, growing up, my dad, he kind of did all the events at any given time in his life, but we kind of stuck to the rough stock end of the arena. So like the bucking horse events and the bull riding, bullfighters, that's kind of where my life angled towards.
They call that the rough stock?
Yeah, so there's two ends of the arena. The roping events would be like, you know, like team roping where two guys rope a steer. Like that's a timed event. And when you get him roped, the time stops. Well, the rough stock, you got to ride for 8 seconds, and it's a scored event. And because of the way that the stock is, it's literally on different ends of the arena. So your timed event comes off one end of the arena, the rough stock comes off the other end. And so we're a little bit segregated, but the rough stock end is where I usually spent most of my time growing up.
Yeah, more danger in that one, it sounds like.
For sure.
So the money's probably higher, I'd assume.
Money's usually the same.
Oh, really?
For both ends of the arena, unless you're talking about bull riding. Bull riders usually because that's the ultimate draw to a rodeo, and that's why it's at the end of the rodeo. And typically there might be a little bit more added in the bull riding.
Yeah, because when I think of rodeo, I think of bull riding. That's like what I associate it with. When I went to the event and I saw all these other events, I was like, I've never heard of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's the one that gets the most recognition. So there's also what's called the PBR, which is another association that branched off in the 90s, and it's just bull riding. And so they also have a season and a finals that's separate from the NFR.
That makes sense.
Kind of confusing, but it's kind of like the NFL and the XFL, but except both of our associations are both equally as big.
Yeah. What state or I guess cities have the best bull riders in your opinion?
Texas definitely throws the most cowboys just because, you know, we've got the most. And so pound for pound, you're probably going to get your most world champions come out of Texas just because, you know, but they can come from all over. Occasionally they come from Canada. You'll get some from Brazil occasionally.
Yeah. Really? Brazil?
Brazil has a lot of good bull riders. So occasionally you get some international, but, you know, for the most part, it'd be hard for me to bet against Texas for having the most rodeo cowboys.
You guys are good at football and rodeo.
Yeah. Friday night lights, and then Saturday we're at the rodeo.
Oh, that's how it works over there?
Yeah, that's how it works in
cool.
Texas.
Did you play football too growing up?
Oh, yeah, we had to.
It was like a forced thing for you?
Yeah, it was non-negotiable. Yeah, it's just like you play football, you get on bucking horses. Like that was how we grew up.
What was your position? Because you're not a huge person.
I mean, you know, the cameras are deceiving, but I was a quarterback and a linebacker. But again, it was a pretty small town, so playing both ways, that's...
Damn, that must have been tiring. Holy crap.
Yeah, we had not very many people on the team, but
Shout out to today's sponsor, Specialized Recruiting Group. When your company has a position to fill, are you really seeing the best candidates? Sure, you get plenty of resumes, but you may be missing an untapped resource. Ideal candidates who are not currently job searching. People who are not actively looking, but who may be open to the right opportunity. It could be the difference between a good hire and a great hire. Specialized Recruiting Group is ready to find the talent you need. Go to srgpros.com, see how our recruitment specialists with a deep understanding of experience and expertise you need can find the right fit for your business. After all, you deserve to see the best candidates possible, both active and passive. Whether you're looking for a contract or a direct hire, Specialized Recruiting Group is ready to find the talent you need. So go to srgpros.com right now to get started. That's srgpros.com. Specialized Recruiting Group, a tailored approach to hiring.
A little bitty small town called Memphis.
Humble beginnings, sounds like.
Yeah.
That's cool, though.
You got your cardio in, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Now you're out here going to major cities and selling out arenas. That's a cool transition, right?
Yeah, doing my best.
Must have been a big shock to you at first, I'd assume.
Yeah, no, I mean, this lifestyle for sure has been a shock, which is, based around the internet with, like the podcasts and the videos we've been making, like that was an adjustment.
Right.
So the animals that's how it's always been for me, but the internet side of things has kind of been what's been different.
That was a big transition for you, right? You started getting injured and you were like, I need to do something else.
Yeah, we started making videos 11 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's like when YouTube was just starting up, right?
Yeah. I mean, in mainstream, there was a few more people, but like in the rodeo industry, there was nobody making videos. So I was kind of a pioneer for our industry as far as like consistently putting out content. Yeah.
That's interesting.
But there's still not as many as there needs to be, like making content about ranching and rodeo.
I don't see that many personally.
Yeah. But the world's hungry for it, because it's a good lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah, these days it's gotten tougher though, right? With the farming stuff. It's not as affordable as it used to be.
Man, there's all kinds of challenges, like diesel and your expenses. You kind of got to either inherit the land or you lease it. You can't just go buy land and then run cows on it and make it work, like unless you made your money somewhere else.
Yeah.
But if you're starting from the bottom and you're like, I want to be a rancher, and you have no money, well, it's just not going to work. You can work for a rancher, but you can't just go buy a ranch and buy cows and then make money to pay for them both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the cost of entry is a little bit high, but there's ways to go about it. And that's one of the things we talk about on my channel sometimes is like different jobs you can get. Like we've put out videos like that.
Well, I think at the very minimum, it'd be cool to just have animals for your own family to eat and, live off of. You don't have to necessarily sell them too.
That's becoming so popular. I mean, people start with the chickens. They start, they'll get a few chickens, and then before you know it, they want to, raise their own beef. So raising your own food has become a thing now, which is good.
It's great because the meat in the grocery stores, it's hard to trust that stuff,
Yeah, well, you never know. I think that's one thing, like a lot of the meat in the grocery store, like it's kind of a misconception that like there's rules for the way we raise our cattle, like there's rules to be followed. And, you can go about like, I typically trust the meat in the grocery store. Like, yeah, of course because as a producer, like I just don't know anybody in the industry who's like raised beef in a way that I wouldn't trust to eat that beef out of like I've just never seen that. Like, oh man, I know the way this rancher treats his cattle, and that means I'm not going to eat the beef from his, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think ranchers like you and your friends are the problem. I think it's these big food companies with these massive farms that are the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's just, so, and I'm just, what specifically are you thinking?
Like, just like you see these meats and they're like injected or whatever, they put all these growth hormones in the chickens. Like when you go to the store and you see these rotisserie chickens and the size of them and they're only 6 to 8 weeks old. Yeah. It's like kind of concerning to me.
Yeah. I don't know all the exact science of it, but like one of the things with like hormones in beef is like, all right, I'll just do some quick math. So, whenever you've got some, a steer on feed, and they only get grain like towards the end of their life. So
they're
everything
grass-fed?
is grass fed. Everything is grass fed up to a certain point, and then the last 120 days they'll eat some grain, and that'll make them a little fatter. Well, if they're eating, it's going to take them, on average, without any growth promotants or AKA hormones, it's going to take them at least 7 pounds of feed that they got to eat to gain 1 pound.
Wow.
That's called feed conversion. So the feed conversion for like average, I'm just guessing at 7. Well, if we can put this growth hormone in them, in their ear, long before they're going to go to slaughter. So it's not like 2 weeks before they get slaughtered. Well, what it does is it makes them more efficient. So now all of a sudden that 7 goes down to 5. Okay, so if you've got, that means it takes 5 pounds to put on 1 pound of gain. Well, they're going to eat enough to gain 3 pounds. So without the growth promotant, that's 21. But while they're on that growth promotant, that's 15.
Got it.
So that's 6 pounds in one day that steer didn't have to eat, but he still gained the same amount of weight. You follow me?
Yeah.
So that's 6 pounds. And if you're in a feedlot with, a small feedlot would be 1,000 head.
That's a small one?
Yeah, there's feedlots so big out there.
Wow.
So if it's 1,000 head feedlot, that's 6,000 pounds of feed in one day.
Damn.
That they did not have to. Talk about efficiency.
From a business point of view, I get it.
And so when you look at all the challenges we have, like, wait a second, you're telling me we can feed 6,000 pounds less in a day. So that's 60,000 in 100 days.
Right.
So then if you backtrack, like a lot of these vaccines and these like growth, hormones, whatever, like they've got withdrawal periods, meaning like when they get given to these cattle, like a vaccine, it's got a 30-day withdrawal period.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Meaning like after 30 days, it's out of their system.
Okay.
So like it's not going to just go, yeah, if you were to like do something to a calf like 2 days before it were to get slaughtered, like, yeah, something's going to show up. There's going to be some residue show up.
Right.
But if it's 100 days before, if it's 120 days before, the risk is not there as far as, anyway, that's my understanding when I look at the data.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a scientist, but I think what's concerning to me is that there's a lot of people that they're really just headline reading, and the USDA, and some people don't trust the FDA, but whatever, that's fine. They're doing their best to be efficient in an area, for this country to produce enough food to feed everyone, because it's not sustainable. If everybody switched to grass-fed only with no growth hormones at all, we'd run it. We can't do it.
Really?
It's just not sustainable.
We wouldn't be able to keep up.
Logistically, we wouldn't be able to do that. And anyways, I'm nerding out. I'm sorry.
This is super interesting to me, and I never got like a perspective from someone in your shoes, honestly.
There's just a little more to it and there's probably something in the middle. Like if you can raise your own, of course, why wouldn't that be? You know exactly what this animal ate. You know
Right.
exactly what but how many people can actually do that? You know what I mean? Like
you need
across
the time
the board.
and the money.
Like here in this town of Las Vegas, like how many people are going to actually living in an apartment? Like, so.
Yeah, it's not scalable that way. You need land too.
It's exactly. It's just it's a hunch that people think that like this growth hormone that this one steer had 120 days before it was slaughtered is going to affect and on paper, if you look at a headline like, oh yeah, that's probably not good. Well, do you know it's not good? No, but it's probably not good. All right, well then the whole country needs to change because I think it's probably not. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, that's good to know. I was under the assumption that when they were injected, you were kind of eating that, honestly. Like it was still in them.
Yeah, I don't think it's that simple, but.
Yeah. What about this whole debate with the eggs, with the pasture-raised eggs? Have you been following that?
I really don't mind caged chickens because chickens are cannibalistic, so like if one of them goes down, they're going to eat each other.
No way.
So,
I
yeah,
did
for
not know
sure.
that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Chickens are gross, man. I just don't mind if a chicken's been in a cage personally, because sometimes it can be, and also it's just like the conditions in which like, pasture raised is kind of a loose term. Like Some of these places where they are, well, they might as well just be in a cage.
Yeah,
So-
there's a little opening.
Yeah.
You can see the outside.
Yeah, and again, that's it. What that chicken is consuming definitely affects the eggs for sure. You know, so if you have your own chickens and they're able to like just be, and you're able to like make yourself a pasture, even if you got, let's say you got 15 chickens in the size of this room and they're able to eat bugs and stuff, like that's gonna positively affect the eggs. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking it, but again, it's not sustainable for the masses.
Yeah.
And if someone wants to raise their own and put them in a pasture, quote unquote, the size of this room, that's fine. But that doesn't mean that your person in the apartment who can't, that doesn't mean that a caged chicken egg is going to be bad for them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
I do. They charge a crazy amount more if you want the free range.
it's so much
organic.
more.
It's like $12.
Correct.
Crazy.
And if people want to buy that, I'm not against it. Same thing with the beef. I'm not against somebody buying organic, but you're going to pay a premium, and it's just not sustainable for everyday Americans.
Yeah.
Is what that's the, and so I don't mind if someone wants to do that. I'm not a fan of demonizing the ones who can't. You can't. See what I'm saying?
No, I do. And there's all these labels with the beef. It's like grass fed, and now there's grass finished. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, and that's fine too. Again, it's going to be a leaner cut of meat, and that if that's what you're after, that's fine. I personally like grain finished because, you know, it gives the marbling, which is a little bit of fat in between the layers of meat, and it's just.
I like grain finished too. I order from
so good.
You know Snake River Farms?
I've not heard of them.
No, they're in
But
Colorado.
I'll look them up.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah,
Man, Creekstone's good too.
yeah.
Have you had Creekstone?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
There's the 4-6s. They have some online beef, and that's the only beef that I've gotten direct from a consumer. The People's Beef.
I mean, it makes sense. You got your own source, so why would you even be ordering?
Yeah, but most of the beef I eat, like I'm gonna cook a steak after this at the Airbnb that I got at the grocery store, at Walmart.
At Walmart?
Here, yeah. Walmart has good steak.
Are you serious?
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't know that.
Oh, for sure. It's all good. Yeah. But anyways, that grass finished, it's just going to be a leaner cut of meat, you know. But I don't mind because I've spent a lot of the last 2 years on carnivore diet, which is, you know, I eat fruit also, but like I don't mind if my steer eats all the corn, makes it a really good steak, and then I'll just skip the corn and eat the steak, you know. So anyway, that's
Carnivore
my
diet
theory.
for 2 years. That's impressive.
I've done a little cheating while out here in Vegas. Had a couple cookies last night. Y'all's food out here is crazy good.
You could get fat out here easily.
Yes.
Man, we got some of the best restaurants.
Yeah, well, you obviously have good self-control
I got
because
great
you are
genetics.
not fat.
I eat a lot, though.
Do you?
Yeah.
You're tall.
I'm 6'5". I get less genetics.
Play a lot of basketball?
I do. And I
Dude.
burn 2,000 calories a day just sitting.
I love basketball.
It's the best sport.
I got the Jordans on. I don't know how many Cowboys you have in here, but I'm probably the only one wearing Jordans because I just love watching it. I'm terrible at it. I suck at it, but I love watching it.
Who's your team?
The Mavericks.
Okay.
Yeah, I've gone to a few games, and yeah,
They got a good team this year.
They do. Yeah, we almost made it last year. We almost had them.
Yeah, you made it to the finals last year.
For sure.
I forgot about that. But now you got Clay.
Luka, Kyrie, Clay. Yeah, I'm hoping this is our year.
Could be your year.
I usually go to a game or two in January.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you guys haven't won it since Dirk. That was a while ago.
yeah, been a minute.
2008 or something.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
I wasn't watching as avidly then as I am now.
Okay. So that's your favorite sport to watch right now?
Outside of rodeo.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. College basketball I like even more.
It's hard for me. My schedule, like by the time I fall in love with a player, he's gone.
Yeah, I feel that. That's a good point. You on the pickleball wave yet? You play pickleball?
I haven't. No.
No?
I got some friends that do, but yeah, I haven't tried it yet.
Well done for avoiding it this long.
Right? Apparently
impressive.
it's the thing.
I get asked every 2 days.
Oh,
play.
so you're avoiding also?
I played it once. It's all right, you know.
Yeah,
It's kind of easy. I like challenging sports.
for sure.
That's why I like basketball because it's like a new game every time you step on there. You don't know what to expect.
Right.
Pickleball is kind of just like the same thing every time.
Yeah. Yeah, tennis seems interesting to me. I played a little bit when I was a kid, but like, yeah, I don't know.
Tennis is a tough sport.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, in terms of difficulty, I would rank tennis pretty high as well. I mean, rodeo's got to be super high, I'd imagine.
What about definitely, you know, because there's only so much. Every tennis court's the same, every basketball court's the same, but every bull is different. And then the weather's different at the rodeo. What about jiu-jitsu? Have you gotten into that yet? Everybody's doing it.
I do want to develop that because that's good to just have in your repertoire.
I bet there's some gyms here.
Oh, there's a lot. Vegas is known for fighting.
Yeah. I come out here every now and then with a buddy and in the UFC, and I get to be around it a little bit, but I've been rolling jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
I love
you can
that.
hang.
Yeah. No. Don't get me wrong. I'm an aspiring jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
I'm a white belt, very much a white belt. Yeah.
I got to I think blue belt in karate growing up, but
Yeah.
haven't fought since.
Oh, you're a blue belt in karate. Well, that's probably you could probably just roll that over.
I don't know. Karate's pretty useless in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know?
But I'm saying you've probably got enough coordination and you could probably pick up jiu-jitsu pretty quick.
My coordination's decent because I'm a gamer.
Right?
I'm a big time gamer. I'm top 1,000 in Fortnite, so I got really fast reflexes.
I don't know much, but that sounds like a big deal.
It's pretty impressive. Yeah, there's a lot of Fortnite players. You've never played?
No, I mean I've played maybe one time Call of Duty. One time. Yeah,
and that was it.
Yeah, that's it.
Hung up the shoes.
Yeah, there's a buddy of mine. He rides bulls, JB Mooney, and he is a gamer. And every time you go to his house, he goes from bucking bulls into his little office where we game, and then he just whoops my ass at something different.
Damn.
Yeah, he just
Yeah, you got to be careful with the gaming. You could just play for 10 hours straight.
Yeah,
you know.
I kind of got to move around. I don't know that I could probably play for 10 hours straight. I got to move around.
Yeah, I'm like that too. I think I have ADHD or something. I just need to be doing something.
Yeah.
When I'm sitting still, I get nervous.
Yeah, you would do well on a ranch then, because there's always something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a lot of work.
You come to Texas, we'll put you to work on Radiator Ranch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. There's always something to do.
How many acres you got out there?
Not many. Man, I got my little home place is 40 acres.
That's a lot.
I got some leased places. But right now, my favorite thing to do as far as I can't wait to get home. In the evenings, I've been walking around hunting with my little 22. Because, dude, man, these foxes keep nabbing my chickens.
Damn. They're on your ranch?
Yeah. They show up and I've gotten a couple. But anyways, I'm just trying to protect my chickens. Raccoons will kill them. Skunks will kill a chicken. Did you know that?
No way.
Oh, yeah. Dude, raccoons are the worst.
Are you allowed to kill raccoons?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Skunks, raccoons, foxes, they're varmints, and you can get them in Texas. There's not a season on them. But raccoons, they'll reach through the cage and,
they're smart, right?
Yeah, they got pretty good dexterity.
Damn.
And, anyways.
I thought raccoons were vegan for some reason. I didn't know they were eating chickens.
No. They will kill puppies. Yeah, you got to watch out.
Holy
Raccoons
crap.
they're ruthless, bro.
You might have to get some Australian Shepherds out there or guard dogs or something.
Yeah, my dog just died.
Oh,
man.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Right. Oh, Catfish. Catfish was keeping them away, but ever since he passed, stuff, to be honest, I hadn't really thought about it till you just said that.
Yeah. Was he a big boy?
Yeah, well, he's a lab, and he was just loud. He would bark, and he was right by the chickens.
That scares him away.
And so, it had to have.
Damn.
That's when the freaking foxes started showing up, Donnie. Yeah.
How big are those foxes? Are they big?
I got one that was pretty big. I should have weighed him because apparently he had to have been 15 pounds, which is a huge fox.
That's big for a fox, 15 pounds?
Yeah. And they're very hard to track down, slides of fox, the old saying.
Because they're quick?
Yeah. Just smart, I guess.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get some dogs and some more guns.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm about to get into thermals and where you can see them at night.
Videos.
Yeah, with
I watched those.
And then a suppressor on the 22. I want to get really into it. But
have you seen those YouTube videos with the thermal scopes? They'll go out hunting.
Crazy.
The squirrels.
Yeah, the stuff you can see, and then you'll see rats in the field.
Yeah, the rats.
Yeah, my neighbors, they're kind of used to it now. I'm just patrolling because I live on the edge of town, and I'm the last house, and then my property goes outside of town, obviously. But so I'm just waving to the neighbors and walking around at night with a 22 over my
They must
shoulder.
think you're crazy.
It's like we're living in the 1800s.
That's cool.
No, they get it now. But like I'll have to text like Debbie, she lives down the road. Hey Debbie, that was me. If you heard a shot, it's a skunk.
They're calling the cops on your ass.
No, she'll be like, oh, thank you. That skunk sprayed my dog the other day.
Damn. So you got skunks out there too?
I got everything.
Shit.
Yeah. Well, not less and less because Dale Brisby's on the scene with his 22 little.
Yeah.
Rifle.
I had it growing up in Jersey. There was deer everywhere, and you weren't allowed to shoot them.
I run into deer in town. I don't do a lot of deer hunting.
They're pretty harmless though.
Yeah.
They just walk around.
Yeah. Deer in town is that's adorable more than it is, threatening to my chickens. But,
Yeah. I did see you go bow hunting, right?
yeah, I do like to elk hunt, go bow hunting in Colorado in the every winter.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good challenge. You got to kind of stalk them down and.
Yeah, I was listening to Rogan talk about how hard it is to actually fire an 80-pound bow or whatever.
Oh my gosh, yeah, drawing it back. Yeah, you got the poundage on there. I think mine's at like 76.
Jeez,
It takes a while to get used to.
that's insane.
But yeah, listening to Rogan and Cam Haynes,
Yeah.
they're like best friends. I went on Cam Haynes and he gave me a bow, and that's what got me started.
That's cool. And
Yeah.
you got an elk with that bow?
Yeah, that was the first thing I ever killed with a
Whoa.
bow was an elk.
Where are you supposed to shoot it?
Right behind the shoulder, kind of midway up through their body, and hopefully you're able to get a heart shot, or if not, 2 lungs. And it's a pretty merciful death because most of those elk are gonna like either die from a lion or they're gonna suffocate, but usually predators,
Damn.
especially like in Colorado now that they're re-releasing wolves, which is ridiculous.
I saw that.
So
What's the
silly.
thought process behind that?
I don't know. I'm not sure how but I like elk hunting up there. I go, a couple of ranchers guide me and they're like, yeah, we've seen, I've seen a wolf kill a baby calf, or elk. And I'm not sure what they're trying to accomplish with turning them loose, but it's not.
That's weird. And you're not allowed to kill the wolves?
Oh no. Yeah. They'll hang you
protected?
for that one.
What?
Yeah. They got collars on them, tracking collars.
No way.
So if you were to kill one and then like they find it, well, then they can track where your cell phone went and all those things. Like, oh man, they'll throw you under the jail for that one.
Holy
is what
crap.
I've heard.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's so silly that they're re-releasing them because they're just so aggressive. They kill so many elk.
They must have released them to try to control a population of another animal.
Nope.
Right? No?
No, just to grow that population.
Just to grow it.
Yeah.
That's weird because they're top of the food chain, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So why would they want to grow that? That doesn't
Right.
make sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's bears out there too, right?
Yeah, but you can hunt those, so we're able to help control the population.
Okay.
And that's what hunting does. There's you're only allowed to kill so many of an animal, and everything's tracked, and
Right.
and there's conservation efforts to manage populations of a certain species, and but these wolves, they just kill all day. Like they're not going to kill just one elk like Dale Brisby did.
Yeah.
They're going to kill 9 in a week or whatever.
Yeah, we
So,
got coyotes out here actually.
Yeah, coyotes can do that too. I had a cow had twins, and we went, and a storm was coming, and me and this girl that was helping me, we were horseback. I put a calf in my lap, she put a calf in her lap. We were taking them to the truck because I'm in a big storm, and the cow followed us, and we got to noticing our dogs were freaking out, and there were 3 coyotes
Whoa.
circling us, followed us all the way back to the pickup, like 200 yards.
What?
Followed us all the way to the pickup. Yeah, one of them took a long nap after that, but anyways.
Holy crap.
Yeah, dude, they were after these calves. This mama cow was so tired. So
That's nuts. Yeah.
but how many times are we not there to help save them?
That's true. You can't be there all day.
Because that baby's helpless.
Wow.
But
That's concerning, man.
yeah,
Because that affects your livelihood, They kill your cows.
for sure.
That
And
sucks.
and then that's one less beef that goes to the grocery store.
How many cows you got?
I don't know. Somewhere around 40.
That's a good
something
amount.
Like that. Yeah, I'd call it light to moderate ranching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you buy them all, or do you just do they have kids? How does it work?
Yeah, we've been raising them. So we got cow calf. We're at the cow calf stage, and we started. I started keeping my heifers, and then you just change out the bull. That way you don't have any inbreeding.
That makes sense.
But yeah,
How much can, if someone watching this wants to buy a cow, how much would that cost on average?
one cow.
Yeah.
Well, right now the market's they're pretty expensive. So like if you were to just go to a sale barn and buy a let's say she's pregnant, then it's going to cost, a good one right now is at least $2,500.
Okay.
Yeah, which is quite a bit.
Damn.
Yeah, 6 months ago, you maybe could have got that same cow for $1,200, $1,500.
Whoa! So what caused that spike? You think?
Yeah, the market's pretty high right now. I'm not sure what all causes it. There's a lot of theories out there.
Well, it could be RFK playing a role too, right? This Make America Healthy Again movement.
I'm not sure how much that would directly affect it, but I think he's going to definitely help in the long run.
You think so?
The industry, I think so. But the main thing is like the silly restrictions. There's some countries like I know, I can't remember, Canada for one, they're driving all those tractors because of the restrictions and the taxes and all the things that are being put on these farmers and ranchers that are just silly reasons, like cow farts, and like and how they're affecting climate change, like, I don't know, like that's just, why are we not more concerned with, for instance, China and how much they're affecting climate change? They do nothing, and we're making all these efforts. Well, now all of a sudden they're attacking the food industry, the ranching industry, trying to, I don't know, we're splitting hairs over here while the rest of the world doesn't care. And I don't know.
I've seen.
Let's get off the farmers and ranchers' backs. Like, our jobs are hard enough, and they make no money.
No, for sure. You guys don't make as much as you used to.
And we're feeding the country. Like, we're talking about that person in the apartment. Like, if they don't think that the attack on farmers and ranchers is going to affect them, I mean, that's who it's going to affect the most.
Yep. Yeah, I've seen news articles of China buying up farmland in the U.S. Have you seen any of that with your network?
Not as much in Texas. No, I haven't seen that. I'm sure they do. I think that's crazy. I think that should be repoed.
I think Trump wants to get rid of that
immediately. And some of it's like very strategically placed where it is like close to military bases. Like,
that's weird.
How is that not? Y'all not see is the writing on the wall here?
Yeah.
Like, why is that not I don't know. It should be pretty black and white.
And then you got Bill Gates buying up farmland too. Have you seen that?
I don't know what his plan is. That dude makes me nervous. I'm not sure what his angle is.
I mean, he's already got the APL company. He's putting the stuff on the fruit. You see that? Yeah, he's putting a layer on each fruit to make it last longer.
Okay.
But it's like a fake synthetic layer.
Okay.
On the apples or whatever.
Yeah, it sounds like he's trying to be more efficient.
Yeah, because from a grocery store point of view, I get it, because the fruit lasts like a few days, it goes bad, so they want it to last longer, right? So they could keep selling it. So that's what he's trying to fix, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. I can't imagine. Every time I grab food at a grocery store, I think about like, dang, how much of this is going to get bought before it gets wasted,
Yeah, I can't imagine how much waste they have. It must be massive.
For me, it's all chicken feed because chickens will eat anything.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't hardly waste anything in the kitchen. Like, if I don't get it eaten, my chickens eat it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So they'll eat literally anything.
Oh, dude. There's very little that they won't eat.
Okay.
Chickens.
I heard that about pigs too.
Yep.
You could feed pigs a bone and they'll eat the whole bone.
Yeah, pigs, they're a little bit stronger jaws than chickens, so they would chew up a bone. I don't know that if you just threw a bone in a pig pen, I don't know that they would just attack it, but if they were eating something on a bone, I could see them eating it.
Damn. You got pigs too or no?
No. We don't rent pigs.
You don't like them or?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't mind them, but it's just, I'm not going to I really don't even raise my own beef to eat it. I have before, but when you harvest one beef, you're only going to get so many steaks, and then you get a whole bunch of ground beef. So for me, it makes more sense to sell my calves and then just go buy steaks.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point, because you only get like 5-6 steaks out of it, right? And the rest is just ground beef.
Yeah, you'll get more than that, but like it feels like 5 or 6. It feels like, it's like, dang, I feel like I just got this beef in.
Yeah. Well, I see these viral videos of people buying like a half cow or a whole cow and then freezing all the meat.
Yeah. No, and that's becoming real popular. Like, there'll be ranches that are selling direct to consumers, and they'll get a half a beef, fill up a deep freeze, and that'll last them depending on how much beef they eat.
I've been looking into it, honestly. I got to buy a whole freezer if I do that.
Yeah, and like I said, like I was talking earlier, I'm not knocking that, because you know exactly where it came from, and that's a great way, to source the beef that you're getting. Yeah, that's a good play.
Yeah. Well, dude, what's next for you? What do you got planned for next year?
Man, more videos, more podcasts, more vlogs. Like my vlog is called Rodeo Time. It's the name of my apparel line. It's the name of my podcast show. But it's the main thing is my Rodeo Time episodes are my vlogs, and we've done almost 400.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're either ranching or rodeoing or anything in between.
Going all in on content. I'm doing the same thing next year.
Yeah. We're all trying to do what you're doing. Yeah, you are killing it, and we're just chasing after, the digital social hour.
I'm chasing after you, man. You got some cool guests.
Well, if you do get into vlogging like you talked about, then, we'd love to have you out in Texas sometime.
Yeah, that'd be a cool video.
You're moving at the speed of light.
I'm trying, man. I'm
3 episodes a day.
Yeah.
God.
Got to catch up to certain people,
You probably drink a lot of caffeine.
I actually don't. I just tried this slate milk out randomly today, but I usually don't drink caffeine.
Really?
Yeah, I don't do any drugs. I'll drink like twice a year. I'm pretty natural.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, I'm mainline caffeine.
You live off that coffee?
Yeah, or just like I got like a powdered energy drink that I'll drink.
Yeah.
But I don't drink or smoke. Like I don't do any drugs.
That's good.
I've never drank.
Wow.
Yeah.
In your line of work, that must be rare.
Yeah, people like to party in rodeo.
Yeah.
People like to party. So, but I don't know. I just feel good sober. My dad never drank.
Nice.
He was like a mix between Billy Graham and John Wayne. So he never drank, and I don't know.
Yeah, I had a little caffeine reliance. I had to get rid of it. I was getting these heart palpitations.
Really?
Yeah, I was drinking too much coffee, I think.
Maybe I should
Too much caffeine.
take a break.
I don't like to rely on things.
Yeah.
I want to be in control as much as possible. That's why with psychedelics, I got to chill on those.
Really?
Yeah, I had a bad trip last time.
Is that not a drug? I'm curious. I don't know.
It depends. So mushrooms are natural, but yeah, it's still a drug.
Okay.
But I try to take as natural as possible.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You dabble with psychedelics or no?
No, I haven't. But it's very intriguing.
It is.
That weirds me out thinking of like going to another dimension mentally.
It can mess you up, man. Some people don't come out the same.
To be honest, I probably won't do it. I probably won't do it.
You never been curious about it?
Oh, I'm definitely curious about it. But like, I don't know. To me, I feel like it probably falls under that Ephesians 5:18, don't get drunk on wine. For me personally, in my walk with the Lord, it probably would fall under that.
Yeah, it might interfere with the Bible.
Because that would like, to me, that's like the ultimate, changing your mind, like taking your, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I could be convinced otherwise. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's something that, I mean, because, Jesus did drink wine, he turned water into wine. That was actually his very first miracle.
Right.
So, maybe it would fall under that category of just like a little casual wine at a wedding. Hey, let's do a little psychedelics. It doesn't sound that way, though. It feels like it would be more serious.
I mean, if they make it legal, who knows?
I don't know if you've seen Young Guns, but we're in the spirit world, asshole. Whenever they do that. What do they do, peyote or something?
Oh, that one's pretty intense.
I feel like that's probably, psychedelics are probably put you in the spirit world.
Oh, it will. Some people leave their body, man.
Oh, dang, I better not do that. You'd see like nightmares have like the dark side of your mind come out, huh?
Yeah, some people, their nightmares manifest. Like everything they run from just manifests when they're on psychedelics.
That would be not fun. I don't like scary movies.
You don't?
Oh, no. No. Yeah.
I used to, but I had to chill because I would get terrible nightmares after.
Yeah, that would be me. Yeah, that would be me. My imagination runs a little too wild.
Yeah, dude. Well, we'll link your stuff below. Thanks for hopping on. That was fun.
Man, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I hope I didn't rant too much about
you're good, man.
the beef industry. So, yeah.
Important to get your perspective. So, thanks for hopping on.
You bet. Thanks,
Thanks,
Sean.
guys.
On to the next one. Pow, pow.